Good morning, children. Welcome back to the lesson On the Face of It, written by Susan Hill. We had a session on this yesterday, and we discussed about the major characters: Mr. Lamb, an old man, and Derry, a 14-year-old boy. And both are facing some deformities. Mr. Lamb had a tin leg because his original leg was blown off in an accident, that is a bomb blast, that is in a war, and he is handicapped. And whereas Derry had got a burnt face, that he happened to meet with an accident in which acid fell on his face. And there is a contrast between old age and teenage. Here the boy is of 14 years old, and the man is an old man, and he was lonely in his cottage, and he kept his gate always open so that he could converse with people and make friendship with them. And he has got a garden, and as well as some beehives in his garden. Okay, and we came to know that this boy made an entry to his garden by jumping over the boundary wall instead of entering through the gate. And the boy wanted to have a lonely place because he disliked others, because others were afraid of looking at his face. And finally, when he entered the garden, Mr. Lamb immediately started striking conversation with him. And meanwhile, Mr. Lamb just asked about his face. Then he narrated the story that it happened due to an acid fall. I think there we stopped. Now let us continue with the text. Okay, we are at page number 59, beginning of the page. Okay. Yes, page number 59, beginning. Mr. Lamb, no. Derry, aren't you interested? You are a boy who came into the garden. Plenty do. I am interested in anybody, anything. There is nothing God made that doesn't interest me. Look over there, over beside the far wall. What can you see? So immediately that old man asked the boy to look at the far off side of the wall. Okay. Then immediately the boy said, rubbish. Rubbish means something that is not important. Okay. Rubbish, the boy said. And Mr. Lamb said, rubbish? Look, boy, look. What do you see? Then the boy said, just grass and stuff, weeds. Immediately the boy answered that they were weeds, means unwanted plants, or just grass. Mr. Lamb, some call them weeds. If you like, then a weed garden, that there is fruit and there are flowers and trees and herbs, all sorts, but over there weeds. I grow weeds there. Why is one green growing plant called a weed and another flower? Where is the difference? It is all life growing, same as you and me. Immediately the old man wanted to tell the boy there is no difference between weeds and other fruit bearing plants. Okay, according to him, both the plants are important, and only the difference is the difference created by the human beings. Otherwise, all the plants are equal, and there is life in all the plants. Just like the boy and that old man, both are living being. One is young and the other one is old. Okay, Derry, we are not the same. Then the boy immediately said that they are not the same. Mr. Lamb, I am old, you are young. You have got a burnt face, I have got a tin leg. Not important. You are standing there, I am sitting here. Where is the difference? And the old man wanted to explain that there is no difference between an old man and a young boy. Okay, and he also highlighted that the boy has got a burnt face and he got a tin leg, means artificial leg. Okay, so these are all not important according to the old man. And again he made a contrast that the boy is standing and the old man was sitting. And where is the difference? Then immediately the boy said, why have you got a tin leg? Immediately the boy realized or understood that the man has got a tin leg. Then Mr. Lamb explained, real one got blown off years back. Lemmy Lamb, some kids say. Okay, this you have to underline. This man was called by others as Lemmy Lamb. Haven't you heard them? You will Lemmy Lamb if it fits, doesn't trouble me. Actually, the old man disclosed that he lost his leg that was blown off years back, and also he told the boy that he was called by the kids as Lamey Lamb. You know, a person who walks awkwardly is called lame. Okay, so Lamey Lamb. Derry, but you can put on trousers and cover it up and no one sees. They don't have to notice and stare. Immediately the boy came out with a solution that the old man can cover his deformity by putting a long trousers and cover the 10 legs. Mr. Lamb said, some do, some don't. They get rid of it. In the end, there is plenty of other things to stare at. Immediately the man said, okay, some people hide their deformities and some do not. Okay, and they will be tired of hiding it. Okay, and finally, there are many other things that people can look at. Then immediately Derry said, like my face, Mr. Lamb, like crab apples, or the weeds, or the spider climbing up on the silken ladder, or my tall sunflowers, not your face. Okay, that means people could see the beauty of the nature, like the crab apples, for example, spider climbing the silken ladder, or the tall flowers. Okay, Derry then said, things, it is all relative beauty and the beast. Then immediately Mr. Lamb said, it is just like the beauty and the beast. Derry, what is that supposed to mean? Then Mr. Lamb, you tell me. Derry, you needn't think they haven't all told me that fairy story before. It is not what you look like, it is what you are inside. Handsome is handsome does. Okay, suddenly the boy remembered about the fairy tale, that is Beauty and Beast. Okay, handsome is handsome does. Beauty loved the monstrous beast for himself, and when she kissed him, he changed into a handsome prince. Only he wouldn't. He would have stayed a monstrous beast. I won't change. Immediately the boy recalled the story, telling that the story of that beauty, that monstrous, and when uh, she, the lover of the beast, kissed him, he became a handsome prince. Okay, that is only in the story, and there won't be much change with him. Okay, if somebody kisses him, his burnt face cannot become a beautiful face. Who knows it? The boy knows it, Mr. Lamb. In that way, no, you won't. Okay, correct. You are right, and that will not happen, Derry. And no one will kiss me. The boy said, nobody would kiss him. And he gives one example, only my mother kisses me on the other side of my face, and I don't like my mother to kiss me. She does it because she has to. Why should I like that? I don't care if nobody ever kisses me. Actually, the boy discloses that nobody in the world wanted to kiss him except his mother, and that too she was doing because of her obligation. She has to kiss. Okay, and that too she kisses the other side of his face. Mr. Lamb, oh, but do you care if you never kiss them. Then Derry, what? Girls, pretty girls, long hair and large eyes, people you love? Derry, who would let me? Not one. The boy said, no girls in the world would kiss me. Then Mr. Lamb, who can tell? I won't ever look different when I am as old as you. I will look the same. I will still only have half a face. The boy knows his reality, that he cannot change his face, and even if he becomes old, the face will remain so, and no changes would be there. So Mr. Lamb, so you will, yes, that you know the fact that nothing can be done on that, but the world want, the world got a whole face, and the world's there to be looked at. And don't look at your own face, but whereas you should look at the world. The world has got a big face. Derry, do you think this is the world, this old garden? Mr. Lamb, when I am here, not the only one, but the world as much as anywhere. Okay, I am here, just like my garden is there. This can be a world. Derry, does your leg hurt you? Immediately he asked another question, whether that tin leg or the artificial leg uh, gives him pain. Mr. Lamb, tin doesn't hurt, boy. Derry, when it came off, did it? Mr. Lamb, certainly. And now, I mean, where the tin stops at the top, and Derry happened to say that artificial leg comes up to the top part of the leg. Now and then, in wet weather, it doesn't signify. Oh, sometime only it gives pain, especially in the wet weather. Oh, that is something else they all say. Look at all those people who are in pain and brave and never cry and never complain and don't feel sorry for themselves. Okay, now Neri understood that there are many people in the world, they have their own pain and complain. Okay, Mr. Lamb, I haven't said it, but you realized it, Neri. And think of all those people worse off than you. Think you might have been blinded or born deaf, or to have to live in a wheelchair, or be a daft. Daft means mad in your head, and dribble. Dribble means fell out in drops. Okay, those mentally retarded children will drop water through the mouth. Dribble. Okay, the condition of the man is not like that. Only problem is he lost one of his legs, but the boy is comparing him to some other people. Suppose the old man is blind, suppose he is born deaf, suppose he is in wheelchair, or suppose he is mad. Okay, so the boy realized that deformity is nothing. Mr. Lamb, and that is all true, and you know it now. Okay, Derry, it won't make my face change, do you know? One day a woman went by me in the street. I was at a bus stop, and she was with another woman, and she looked at me, and she said, whispered, means spoke in a low voice. Only I heard her. She said, look at that. That is a terrible thing. That is a face only a mother could love. See, one day the boy had a bitter experience. A few women were there, and one among them told the other woman that his face was something terrible, and only a mother could love him. Mr. Lamb, so you believe everything you hear then? Are you ready to believe everything that you hear? Derry, no, it was cruel. Mr. Lamb, maybe not meant as such, just something said between them. No, then Derry said, no, I only heard it. I heard. Then Mr. Lamb, and is that the only thing you ever heard anyone say in your life? Do you think that is the only one dialogue said by somebody about your life? Derry, no, no, I have heard a lot of things. Mr. Lamb, so now you keep your ears shut. Okay, so this is the advice given by Mr. Lamb, that the boy should keep his ears shut. Okay, he should not listen all the things. Derry, you are peculiar. You say peculiar thing, and you ask questions I don't understand. These two lines are also very important here, dear children. the boy is finding interest in continuing with the dialogues with the old man, because the old man is giving peculiar ideas to him. He says, you are peculiar, you are special, you say peculiar thing and you ask questions and that I don't understand. Mr. Lamb, I like to talk, have company. You don't have to answer questions. You don't have to stop here at all. The gate is open. Now that old man gives one more assurance that the boy could visit his garden anytime and he never keeps the gate closed. That means he keeps the gate open. Then yes, but I have a hive of bees behind those trees over there. Some hear bees and they say bees buzz, but when you listen to bees for a long while, they hum, and hum means sing. I hear them singing, my bees. Mr. Lamb says that he has got a beehive. All of you may have seen a beehive. Okay, bees, you know, that produces honey, and hive is the place where they live. Okay, so beehives, who has got a beehives in the garden? Mr. Lamb. And for some people it makes sound like buzzing sound, and for the old man it is not a buzzing sound, it is a humming sound. That means it is singing sound for him. But I like it here. I came in because I liked it when I looked over the wall. Mr. Lamb, if you had seen me, you would not have come in. No, 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 Mr. Lamb, no. Derry, it would have been trespassing. What is trespassing? Forceful entry. If somebody enters without permission, that is called trespassing. Mr. Lamb, oh, that is not why. Derry, I don't like being near people when they stare, when I see them being afraid of me. Actually, Derry says that he is not afraid of people, but people are afraid of him. Mr. Lamb, you could lock yourself up in a room and never leave it. There was a man who did that. He was afraid, you see, of everything. Everything in this world. A bus might run. Immediately, this old man gave an example to the boy to tell that you should not be afraid of others. For that, he narrated a story. What is the story? You know, there was a man. Okay, he was afraid of going out because a bus might run over him. That means a bus may kill him, or a man breathe deadly germs onto him, or a donkey might kick him to death, or lightning might strike him down, or he might love a girl and the girl would cheat him, and he might slip on a banana skin and fall, and people who saw him would laugh their heads off. So he went into his room and locked the door and got into his bed and stayed there. So the man was afraid. What are the areas of his fear? A bus may kill him, a donkey may kick him, or lightning may kill him, or a girl he may love and the girl may cheat him, or a banana skin may make him fall. So with this fear, he remained in the room by closing the doors. Then there forever? Then Mr. Lamb said, for a while. Then what? A picture fell off the wall onto his head and killed him. And the man was killed with a picture that was hanging on the wall. So today, dear children, we'll stop here. Before we conclude, let us make an immediate review of what we have discussed for the day. Okay. We started with page number 59 from the beginning. The boy and the old man striking or continuing with the conversation, and immediately the man wanted the boy to tell something about the plants at the corner of his garden. The boy said it was rubbish, thinking that they were weeds, but the man cleared the doubt that there are no difference between weeds and a flower bearing tree or a fruit bearing tree. All are plants and all have life. Okay, just like the old man and the boy. and the only difference is that one has got a burnt face, the other one has got a tin leg. Okay, then he started talking about the beauty and the beast, and the boy just recalled the story about that beauty loved the monstrous beast for himself, and when she kissed the beast became a handsome prince. Okay, and the boy also disclosed that nobody in the world would kiss him except his mother, because that was her duty to do so, and that too, when she kissed him, she kissed the other part of the face which was not burnt. Okay, then the another thing that they discussed was about the other things that a person should concentrate. Okay, a person should not concentrate on the deformity. There is a bigger part of the world that everybody should concentrate. Okay, and immediately the boy came up with an idea that the old man was safe at least with his tin leg. Suppose he was blinded, suppose he was born deaf, suppose he was mad, what would be the condition? So that Mr. Lamb said, okay, you are now getting the idea, the real idea of life. Okay, and through the conversation the boy came to know that this old man is so very peculiar and asking peculiar questions and certain things that he never heard in his life. And then the old man introduced about the beehives, and he says some people listen to bee sound as buzz, and for him it is singing. Okay, right? And he also highlighted another example, that a man who was afraid of people and wanted to remain in the room, thinking that a bus could kill him, or a donkey could kick him, or a girl could cheat him, or a banana skin could make him fall, but finally he was killed by a picture that was hanging on the wall. Okay, children, so read well, make a thorough reading, make a loud reading as well as silent reading, and also write down the important question and their answers. Okay, we shall meet again tomorrow with the continuation of the text. Have a nice day ahead. Thank you.